Hello everyone. Now let's add an endpoint for login. The user will pass their username and password, and on the back end, we'll check if we have a user with such a username and password. All right, let's create a folder in the router on the back end named signin. And first, we'll add a file with input. This is .toist. The input will be as follows. Essentially, it's expected to be a username and password, a string with at least one character, and we'll name it according to our agreement. All right, we created the input, and now let's create the endpoint itself. The endpoint will be as follows. Index.es. Here's the code. Look at what we have. This is a procedure with a specified input. It's a mutation. And what are we doing here? We are searching for a user with the following parameters. So it's here where Prism user find first. So find the first match that meets the following condition, that his nickname is as specified and the password is hashed from it. Let's see. On the endpoint signup, here we took the hash this way, and we need to take it the same way in signup. Oops, in signin. Yes. So it should be like this, but this is a rather long string, and I suggest wrapping it in a function. And use this function both there and here. Let's call it getPasswordHash. I suggest creating a folder in the backend called utils. How do I generally classify? There might be a lot of debates on how to do this. I'm stuck storing something complex and complicated. Yes, here we have context, TRPC. These are some serious project-defining elements. And in utils, there are some small simple functions, but it can be changed or redistributed during the project lifecycle and so on. It's not very important. The main thing is to ensure convenience. All right, let's create this function, getPasswordHash. And it will contain the following. So, nothing new, it's the same. It takes a password and returns its hash. So, we're already using this in signin. Just the path is somewhat different. Lib in utils. Why? So we are in the router. I need it like this. Okay, all right. You can just auto-import it. getPasswordHash. getPasswordHash. Seems like the same place. All right, fine. Let's use it in signup. So, getPasswordHash from input password. Okay. All right, look here. And we are looking for that user. If we don't find such a user, we simply tell them they have an incorrect login or password. And if the login is correct, we just return true. For now, we return true from all mutations because we're not doing anything with their response yet. We'll fix this later. For now, we just need to make sure our endpoint works and that we can determine through it whether the user provided correct login details or not. All right, don't forget to add this sign-in procedure to the index file. And now let's test its functionality through our TRPC playground. Okay, refreshing the page. And we see that we broke our backend. Let's see what's wrong here. First of all, it's better to just restart it. If it comes up, it's working. This happens sometimes. Good. All right, restarted it. Now, let's look at the query builder. Our sign-in has been formed here. Well, let's start with sign up anyway, and declare a user. Let's say they're there. Peekaboo, password 1234. We register it through sign up. Peekaboo, 1234. True. Good. Let's delete this. And now let's test the authorization endpoint. Sign in. Insert Username and password. Okay, we called it coo. Password 1234. Let's start over. All right, 1234, but it returned true to us just the same. Let's enter the wrong password. We have an error. Incorrect username or password. Let's enter the correct password again. Returns true. Let's enter an incorrect login. Again, mismatch. That's it. So our sign-in endpoint works, and we can move forward. Thank you all.